So today I woke up in my car camping, and I've been car camping for about a year. And I woke up this morning and I thought, as I often do when I wake up, like today's gonna be like every other day, just like the summer sort of passed by like nothing, just like so much time before. So I woke up and felt like today's gonna be the same as all of those days. Where it's just like nothing and the day passes the same, and in me and in my life ultimately, like largely, there's like no sort of shift or change, or not enough to where it feels lasting and it feels healing, like in a huge way, which I woke up and it already felt really hot. And I'm like anticipating when it's hot and if I'm car camping and I'm not staying at like someone's house, I'm just sweating all day, and I didn't like that thought. And I recently had a head injury about 2 weeks, a week and a half ago. And I woke up and felt I looked at my head and it felt dark. It doesn't feel like online. And like my life was already so I don't want to have another day that feels pointless and the same. All I can think of to do is be crazy. And to have a crazy day. So how can I have the craziest day? I think first part of my day, I can drink some kombucha. Can you see it? It says, but first, tea. There's a giant rabbit in the sky. That's a giant rabbit. That's a giant rabbit. That's a giant rabbit. good. I wish there were an easier place to put your phone in the car, because it just falls down everywhere. Okay, I guess I'll just freaking hold it. So, I'm going to go run 400 miles today. So just let me know what you think about 400. And in traveling and car camping, I found it's difficult to, well, honestly, I've never had a matcha whisk or a like little electric whisk, mini electric whisk, but I feel like that would be difficult to clean and like maintain. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I never bought either of those because they're just like, I just don't feel like spending extra money on that. And because I discovered that chopsticks work pretty darn well mixing matcha. So I already had chopsticks. So that's pretty crazy. Yeah. So that's pretty crazy. These are probably really bad chewing sounds because they're dried apricots, so they're like so chewy. Yeah, so today was super crazy time, and I initially was planning yesterday, before I went to sleep, was planning today to just go to the library sort of all day to just do different things I might need to do on my laptop. And to get out of the like heat, to be indoors somewhere and like be productive and yeah, do stuff on my laptop. But then, like, I realized I felt like I was dying, so I also realized, like, when I first woke up this morning, I felt like symptoms of like my head injury, and but when I think, I don't know exactly, but I wonder if like when I when I shifted to a more positive like mindset, essentially, when I decided to be crazy today, I wonder if I like allowed for like healing for myself, and like something that just changed my mental space like created like a whole new sort of world, maybe. But yeah, obviously I can't compare like what would have happened, like, because I don't know like what would have happened if I hadn't decided to be crazy today. But yeah, I don't know if like when I first woke up, if it's like a worst case scenario, negative thinking sort of thing. I don't know. Just depression type stuff. But anyway, yeah, so I realized as I was riding the sort of momentum of being crazy, I like soon after I like was up doing things out in the world, um I realized I had the energy to like wanted to run, and it didn't feel like yeah, I had the energy and I wanted to, and it didn't feel like the head injury symptoms were like telling me no, not to like exercise. Yeah. So I did run. During the run, I had intended to run on this like gravel trail that goes for like many miles. So that's pretty much like out in nature rather than like running on like roads where there's like cars passing, and also on like pavement. And so I planned to do that, and then it was like a new place that I was running, and it wasn't super clearly marked, and at one point I just like wasn't sure where I was supposed to go, and so I turned around, and then like I realized I found a map, and realized I had wasn't supposed to have turned around, but didn't feel like going back that way, like backtracking. So I just like saw on the map a different place, that I could go to where I'd been before, and then I'd have to cross like roads or run on roads for a bit to get there. And yeah, it's the combination of the pavement, and like the pavement can be like harder on your body, and it's so boring. And just in terms of like, if you're running on trails versus running on pavement, like your body, like on pavement, pretty much, unless you're about to trip over something, on the pavement it's just flat and nothing, and it's like boring. It feels boring and like unstimulating. And so there's that. And I'd rather run out in nature. But yeah, so I ran and did that, and then realized I was like, after I got past the point of having run on pavement for a bit, getting back onto a gravel trail, I realized my body was like really stressed out. And like, just from this, like, I don't know if stress is even the right word. It was like, I hadn't realized while I was running out on the roads around cars and buildings and not around nature, like, I didn't realize at that moment, at that time. Only after I left that, I was back on the gravel trail, closer to like trees, and yeah, it was like my body was holding a lot of like stress, and I just like, I like had to slow down. And it was like, actually, yeah, okay. I'm definitely not in as crazy loco moco mood as I would have been, I feel like, because during the run, there's this part of this specific run that I was familiar with, where the energy is like weird for like a few hundred yards. And I don't know what it is. It's just like intuitive sensing, feeling energetically. And I really reacted to that, in addition to like the stress that like was created within me, like out on like roads and like around cars, and like after the run ended, I was like near like panic attack. Like my breath was like, I think my breath was like really shallow, and I was starting to like feel like my circulation was getting worse, and like my body felt a little cold, and I knew it was like panic attack stuff, which I don't commonly experience like after runs. It's not normal. I just like know those two things, not like the influence of those two things. So that sucks. I definitely won't. And I wish I wasn't so. I wish I could like block energy around me from like affecting me so much and like coming into my like space. But like there's so much, I don't know if I really want to go into it, but I'm just really tired of that. It's like I can't do anything like be around most people and just not feel bad because of that. Like, I feel like I'm really maybe yeah. But I did do yeah, the run was about 3 hours, and I've been measuring on my Garmin watch, and it was about 17 miles. And I really don't care about the distance. Like, I started tracking via like the Garmin watch because it was like running was just like within me, and I wasn't sharing it with anyone, and I want it to be like a big part of my life. And so I want to like share it with people, and like I want to, if possible, like make money from it, because I want to be doing it all the time. And that's the only way I can think of to be able to do it all the time. So like the number of miles, like I feel like it's almost like an addiction, like an unhealthy like sort of habit, or maybe habit isn't the right word, but like of like tracking mileage and being like fixated on the number. Like before I started using the Garmin watch, I was just like running sort of freely, and I don't know, I'm having a bit of trouble like adjusting to like the watch and tracking the distance and sharing it with people. But I just don't know another way to do it where it can be a big part of my life. So I guess I need to like figure stuff out internally to be able to like not focus on what I know I don't care about, which is the only way I can share it with the world, I feel like. Which is the distance and the time. The time is like whatever, but the distance, like that such specific number is like, it reminds me of like counting calorie stuff, and it's like all these little specific things, and it's like control over whatever, and it just doesn't matter. So I just need, I don't know if I'm like putting too much on myself, and maybe I'm like imagining an audience or people around me that would like not understand if I didn't track it with the Garmin watch. But yeah, I really just can't think of like another way to do it. Yeah, I really want to do something where I myself am making money from running somehow. And also like I'm thinking about something for like charity, like miles per week run, and then people can like pledge a certain amount per mile, that sort of thing, or something like that. But yeah, I do like the idea of that, but mostly like I want it to be, I guess I just have to like make YouTube videos about it and like really publicly share it in different ways. Like I wish that it were easier to like film runs, but it's not, I don't think, because I'm not interested in carrying my phone on runs to film. I don't have any other cameras. And then it's like, yeah, I could set up like fake shots and then take my phone right back to like my car, and then that, like, I don't know, feels weird and like not quite right. Yeah, I wish, I don't know. I ate some ice today that was like essentially like I think it's just called shaved ice, and so normally it has like the flavoring added on, but I just got the ice and it was like eating snow, like really light fluffy snow or something, but still it wasn't exactly like snow, but it was like, it was so fun. And yeah, now it's, I bet it's 1:30 a.m. And it just happens to like, in terms of daily schedule, I always end up running. Lately I've been running in the evenings, starting at least around like 5 p.m. or later. And then I just run until it gets dark and I can't run anymore due to that. And then it like makes me go to bed really late always. Which, like, I am a night person, so that's fine, but it worries me a bit. Maybe because I've been conditioned that it's bad to be a night person and you need to always wake up early and make the most of the day. Just kidding, that's not real. Yeah, it just like worries me a bit for some reason. I really think it's conditioning from like society, and like I've heard it described recently, like the fact that it's like viewed by society as like being morally reprehensible to be a night person and wake up late in the day and then go to bed late at night, even if you do the same amount of stuff in that time you're awake. That's like nonsense. And I heard somewhere else, it explained in a way of like, if every single person on Earth was a morning person, it wouldn't be advantageous to like, whether in terms of like evolution and the past centuries, thousands of years of like humans being alive on Earth, like, or currently, I don't know about currently with like the way that people live now, I don't know. But if every single person was a morning person, like, it's not advantageous to the species, because you want people who are good at different things, and it helps you if you're out in the wilderness and you need someone to like stay up and like keep watch at night, then it's a night person who's going to be best at that sort of thing. Or like, yeah, maybe like, anyway. I wish I could eat more apricots, dried apricots. Actually, I wish I sort of had fresh fruit right now, but it's too late at night when I started wanting fruit to go to the grocery store. So, but these dudes are like hard on my stomach, like not making my stomach hurt, but it's just like the dried fruit is like sort of intense. I have to like drink water while I'm eating them, and then feels like I'm still hungry, but it's like, no, you've had enough dried fruit, sort of thing. Yeah, sort of wish I could be crazy self for you all and like the video, but I did get sort of down in terms of the panic attack related stuff that I spoke about. So I'm just there, unfortunately. Let's try to think of some crazy things right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm like positivizing myself out of it, and I shouldn't be. This butterfly is crazy that I can see right here. You guys can't see it though. I heard some coyotes earlier. And during the run, I saw a big vulture eating a prairie dog, and it like really affected me. Like, in like a maybe like a primal sort of way. Like, it made me forget about being anxious. Like, I experienced so much, essentially like social anxiety on a run. Sort of almost every person, if like I sense something in a person, and it's like subconscious, or it's conscious as well, but it's just like a natural reaction, immediate natural sort of reaction to like people's energies, just like every single fucking person. And usually, God, it's so I get really like messed up if I'm not like really trying. I don't know, but it really helped me. Like, it felt really good. Okay, time to be tired and run around in the desert. So I'll just say bye and have a great day. Hope you have a crazy day too.